Hey, it's your brother Daffy again with another tutorial as we continue to look at the basics of shell. Today we will look at few commands on shell navigation and move forward. In our previous video we saw how to print the current working directory using pwd, and we saw how to use a command called ls to list the files in a specified folder. We also saw how to use cd in order to change and navigate through various directory or from the current working directory to another. And as of today we will see how to create a new directory and how to list the hidden files using ls with an option of -a, and then we will see how, if you create a new directory and then it contains files, how are you going to remove it. And we will further look at how to create a file and then how to display the contents of such file which you created, and we'll see how to copy file from one destination to another and how to move file from one destination to another. So I'm opening my terminal. I'm using Ubuntu as previous. So first of all, I think we can create a new working directory using mkdir. I'm gonna call it new directory. Okay, to know if it has been created, use ls, which will list all the files within this current working directory. And to know which current directory you are working with, just use pwd as we discussed. It will tell you are within this working directory. Okay, so in order to know if the directory has been created, we use ls, which will list all the current working directory. And as you can see, new directory has been created. Okay, that's good. So let's go inside that directory which we created. I will use cd and then new directory. So to know if I'm inside, pwd. Okay, it will tell me now you're inside new directory. Good. Now I will create few files using a command called touch, and then let me say file1.txt. Okay, if I want to know if the file has been created, I'm using ls. Okay, I have the files. I'll create another one, touch, then file2.txt. okay, to know if it has been created, ls. Okay, so we have two files already. So what if we want to know if there is any hidden files over here? So we'll use ls, but now we'll use an option which is then a or -a. This command will list all the files which are hidden, especially those start with dot. So I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, so you can see there are a few dots here, meaning there is nothing which is hidden here. There is no hidden file. So if I go back cd and go back to home directory, if I use ls -a, so you'll see there are a lot of files which start with dot, which if I use just ls, I won't see them. Okay, so this ls -a, it gives you an option to see all the hidden files, such as bash history is a hidden file, .vbox client, all these are hidden files, and .vmrc, which is one of the popular file, .profile.git config. All these files are hidden files. If you just use ls, you won't be able to see them. So ls-a gives you the power to see all the hidden files. Okay, I'm going to use clear to clear the screen. Good. So I will list again ls, and I will go back to our new directory, cd new directory. Okay, ls, and then we have our two files. So what if we want to remove this new directory? I'm gonna go back again, cd. I'm back in my home directory. So if I want to remove this new directory which we created, I can just use rm, and then which stands for remove, and then I will provide the name of the directory. If I hit enter, so you cannot remove a directory using rm, But if that directory is empty, it's possible to remove it. For instance, let's make another directory. Let's call it empty directory. Okay, enter. I'm gonna ls. Okay, we have our empty directory here, and remember we have our new directory here, which contains our two files, file1 and file2.txt. Now if I use rm and then the name of the directory, which is empty directory, and I hit enter, it can also not be removed. But remember, if I have a file called file1.txt, let me remove rm, and then I'll go to my path, which is I'm going inside new directory, and then inside new directory, remember there is a file called file1.txt. If I hit enter, okay, that file has been removed. If I go inside this directory, new directory, and ls, that file has been removed. So rm is used to remove a file, but if you want to remove an empty working directory or an empty directory, you just have to use rm directory. So I'm just going to go cd, go back, and then remember we have an empty directory which we want to remove here. So I will use rm directory and then empty directory. Enter. Okay, ls. So the folder is gone. Okay, we only have the new directory here. But if I use rm directory to remove new directory, remember new directory contain one file called the file2.txt. So if I want to remove it, new directory, it will fail. Why? Because this file is not empty. So rm directory can only remove an empty file. So if you want to remove a directory which contain, I'm just going to use rm and then with option -r and then the name of the file of the directory, new directory. This will delete everything, the folder and the content within such directory. Enter. Okay, I'm gonna ls, enter. So if you look at our directory, there is no new directory, it has been removed. Okay, so this is how simple it is, how to work with your files within your working directory. I'm going to clear. Okay, so I'm going to create another directory. I will call it directory 1 ls. Directory 1 has been created. Okay, we have it here, and within that directory 1, I'm going to create another directory. Before we go inside that directory, mk directory, and then I will call it directory, sorry, I'm gonna call it 2. I'm very bad in naming. Okay, so I have directory 1 and directory 2. So I'm going to go inside directory 1. Okay, inside there I'm gonna create torch and then file1.txt, sorry, file1.txt, and I'm also gonna create file2.txt. okay, so within this directory there are two files, which is file1 and file2. You can go inside directory 1, directory 1. Okay, so cd directory, sorry, what's going on here? I think okay, I'm inside directory 1 and then I'm trying to go inside directory 1. Sorry. So I will clear. So I have two files. If I list, I have two files. Okay, so what if I want to copy these two files to directory 2? Remember we created two directory. Okay, so I will use cp, which stands for copy. it will copy all these files. Maybe it will copy, it can copy a file, single file to another file, and it can also copy the files to another file. If those files do not exist in a certain directory which we are trying to copy, they will be created. So I can copy this file, file1, I can copy file1, file1.txt, and then I can copy it to, I'm gonna go back to one step up, and then directory, sorry, so there is no such thing, it is directory 2. I'm gonna go to directory 2. Okay, enter. Oh, so I'm gonna go back cd to home directory, I'm gonna ls. So we have these two directories, we have directory 1 and the directory 2. So if remember, we copied a file 1 from directory 1 to directory 2. So I'm gonna go inside directory 2. If I ls, voila, we have the file. Okay, so we copied the file from one directory to another. Now we can remove the file using rm and then the file name. ls, it is gone. So I'm gonna go back to home directory. What is current working directory? It is the home directory. Okay, so those are a few commands which are handy when you try to handle your files. So what if I want to display the content, to edit the file and then to display the content? So remember, we have file 1, so I will go inside cd directory 1, and then ls, we have file 1 and file 2. So if I want to go inside and edit my file 1, I'm just gonna use a nano. Nano is simply a basic text editor which comes with your operating system. So you'll just type nano and then the file name, file1.txt. If I hit enter, I'm inside my text editor. So I can say Linux is amazing operating system. Okay, so let me save it. I'm just gonna hold Ctrl X, save modified buffer. I'll say yes, so I'll press Y, and then the file name I want to write is file1. I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, we already created our file. So remember, we have our file 1 which we edited it using nano. Now if you want to display the content, I'm just going to use a command which is a Linux command called cat and then the file name, which is file1. Okay, if I hit enter, voila, so it displays the contents which are within the files called, which we wrote, Linux is amazing operating system. Of course it's amazing. So as of today, I think I will end it here. So we basically saw a few commands which are handy in navigating and deals with your files. We saw how to create a new file, how to display its content, and we saw how to copy file from one path to another, how to move files, and how to delete or remove such file which we created. And we also saw how to use nano, how to open it, and how to edit your file and how to save it. So thank you for watching, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.